Hi, Jenny.
Hi, how's it going, Liv?
I'm good. Good to see you on here.
Yes, thank you. It's nice to be able to join in.
Mhm.
How are you holding up these days?
Great.
Good. Very good.
Yeah, feeling good.
Good.
How about you?
Um, Same. Every day is a reset.
Yeah, that's the times we are in.
Yeah, still looking for a new job, but every day is a reset.
Start coming. Hi, Stacia. Who else? Hi, Aletta. Tiffany. Look at you, good regular meditators making it here every week. I'll give it about one more minute. I like to give about 2 minutes before we begin, 12:32, before we get started, just to make sure everybody makes it on. My face is still really red. I went to a really hot yoga class this morning and showered, and I'm still still sweating.
Where
That
was
was
that?
a I was at Suka. I do their 9:45 Monday class, and it is such an ass kicker. I mean, it's so intense, but good. It feels good. But I'm still like really hot. All
Then?
right. Let's see. Has anybody else, I know I keep bringing this up every week, but it's just been like nonstop. I've always been a dreamer, but just the dreams keep getting more vivid and there's so much information that it almost like is too much time spent writing it down in the morning. But they're starting to like build upon themselves. And I really feel like I'm on the verge of, I don't know, connecting it to some ancient wisdom or a code or some sort of old soul remembrance. And I'm starting to notice some like repeating things. Like I've had Tibetan Buddhism several times, like 3 different times in the past week, where there's these sacred Tibetan objects. And then last night I was in a Vajrayana temple and I woke up repeating that word Vajrayana Buddhism. And it was like written really big across the front of the temple. And I looked up the sacred objects. The ones that I had earlier last week happened to all be Vajrayana objects, which are Tibetan. And I'm just starting to put these puzzle pieces together. And I'm like, wow, what is happening? Which has been so interesting. And now, of course, I want to study Vajrayana, which sounds really interesting. It happens to be, I didn't even realize this, but it happens to be the temple I stayed in and when I went to Nepal. Um, so I don't know. I wonder if there's like a thread of me that's connected to this in some past life. Is anybody else having big dreams this week or the last couple of weeks, Pisces season, anyways? Nobody?
I never can remember my dreams.
Oh, I've made it so important. Like I've definitely developed a strong practice in the nights for lucid dreaming and remembering dreams and like how I collect data in the night. Um, but I like kicked it up a notch yesterday and actually went and bought some new crystals that help with dream recall and some Egyptian blue lotus tea to add to my like moon brew magnesium tea that I drink. But it's so funny. My husband last night was like, I want some crystals. I want to remember my dreams. And I have like these little Herkimer diamond crystals, and they're like little bitty, and I have 12 of them. So I gave him six. And one of my bigger crystals that I also have two of those. And so he wanted his under his little pillow. But I'm like, are you sure you're going to be able to manage these? Because you always throw your pillows all throughout the night. Like he's like always moving all his pillows. And sure enough, this morning when I was making the bed, his pillows were everywhere and all of the crystals were everywhere and under the bed, even. They were like, and he was like crying in his sleep in the night and doesn't remember any of his dreams. But I was like, well, something happened because you threw all your crystals, you threw all your pillows, and you were crying. So something was happening. It's cracking
Oh,
me up. Anyway, all right. I just wanted to check in because they seem to have like increased. I've always been a big dreamer, but they seem to, I mean, there's like never a night off. And they're so chock full of information and like definitely weird, like coded information. So it's been fun, I think. I feel like dreams are so important. So if you can find a practice to try to remember them, I feel like they hold a lot of information for our journeys here. All right, let's go ahead and jump right into it. I think we have everyone that's going to come today. So make sure you're in a comfortable seat. And one of the things, Buddhism was besides yoga, was kind of the next step on my spiritual path, was studying Buddhism, which I've always found to be a beautiful philosophy and part of my meditation practice for sure. But just kind of having this Vajrayana Buddhism come up in my dreams the last couple of weeks, and I started kind of looking into that a little bit deeper. And one of the things I like about it compared to other Buddhist lineages is this one. This is one of the only ones that says that you can attain enlightenment in this particular lifetime. Like you can be a Buddha on the Bodhisattva path, because it says that you are already innately Buddha, which I love. Whereas other ones, there has to be all this purity and like I'm not worthy almost. And if I do well in this lifetime, maybe the next time I'd be a little bit closer. And you're almost doing all these practices to reincarnate with this vow of a bodhisattva to keep being better. And one day, maybe I'll be like the Buddha. So in Vajrayana, I love that it says you are already innately Buddha, which is true. That's where I teach my spiritual teachings always come from. We already are the one I am presence, and we are just fractals of this I am presence. So if Buddha represents being this oneness with the all that is, then this particular lineage is just kind of reaffirming that you already are Buddha nature. You are already worthy, and because that's where you come. That is your essence. That's where you return. And there's just kind of like life is in the way of remembering that. So it's this journey of remembering that you already are wholeness and perfection and divine and connected to all that is. And so in our meditation practice today of stillness, in Buddhism, we practice, this emptiness, right? Emptying the mind so that we are clear seeing and clear knowing and able to be in really, like our highest alignment with the right words in the right place, taking the right next action, and never worried about being too far ahead of ourselves, but being in this now present moment and tapped into the emptiness so that we can still the mind to be clear enough to see, feel, and sense our own Buddha nature, which is that peaceful oneness with all that is. So if you want to just take that into consideration in your practice today, in this practice of stilling the mind to be quiet enough to get clear and sense this purity that we are. So just soften and close the eyes, stacking your bones so your body feels supportive posture. Grounded in your seat or your feet on the earth. And as we take a moment to consider the external before moving inwards, just noticing any sounds around you, allowing the mind to attune to them. And we start to take that back seat to the thinking and processing mind, becoming the observer. So we just notice and label the sounds and the temperature of the air on your skin. And as you move towards your body, you might notice how the clothing feels draped on your body. And if there's any movements you need to take, a couple of shoulder rolls up and back to just help you settle in any amount more to being comfortable. Take some neck rolls or neck stretches. Open and close the mouth to relax the jaw. And then keep refining your awareness to just take a moment to check in with how you feel emotionally in this moment. Notice if the mind is trying to process or think about how your day's been so far, or anything that you feel like you're supposed to be attending to in this moment. Just gonna see yourself packing those items up, any future tasks, and just pack them up for just a few minutes, giving yourself space to be here and now. And as we tune into the body emotionally, you might notice any feelings in the belly, any kind of tightness or busyness, any butterfly feelings of anticipation. Just breathe some space into your belly. And any tension, stress, worry might provide a tightness in the chest. You might even just use your hands to kind of ground your chest, opening yourself up here in the heart space. Having a tactile touch is really calming and soothing to your nervous system. You might even cup your hands on your cheeks and your chin. Just kind of a little sweetness as you hold your own face, and your own neck. And sometimes the throat can feel tight. So just any swallows or stretches, lifting and lowering the brows, and kind of just intuitively follow anywhere you feel like you need to touch your body, just to really pull yourself into the here and now, feeling soothed. Eventually letting your hands settle into the lap. You can have your palms down for grounding or flipped up to be more receptive. Or you can take a mudra of choice, Gyan mudra, index fingers and thumbs touch, the wisdom mudra, or even the cosmic mudra, where you just gently lay the right hand inside of the left. And take 3 or 4 breaths here as you just continue to feel into your whole body temple, breathing into the front, into the back, into the sides of your body, using these conscious breaths to bring your attention into the here and now. And eventually we let these larger cleansing breaths start to smooth out to a natural flow of breath as the body anchors into stillness, feeling yourself in a calm, easeful state. And as we start to focus the mind, we just take one more consideration of our own Buddha nature. That consideration that we are born perfect as we are. We have all that we need within us. And we come from this intelligent field of love, peacefulness, blissfulness, creative energy. We are wholeness itself. And it is merely the illusions of the mind that cause us to separate from this oneness, or to feel separate from this oneness, rather. And so we use the breath as a tool to remind us of this exchange of the cosmic in-breath, this gift of life that is allowing us to exist in physical form. And as we breathe out, we expand into the unseen energies, feeling this exchange between the physical and energetic aspects of ourselves. And as we rest the mind on the breath in this non-dual state, feeling into that wholeness and the perfection of just simply being, and we start to train the mind to stay here, noticing with gratitude each breath given, each exhale exchanged. And you can rest your focus at the space between your nose and your mouth. sensing the temperature of the breath as it moves in and out. And it might even help if you feel really busy in the mind to take a moment to see your mind as a clear blue sky, like on this beautiful spring day, this emptiness. And while clouds or thoughts drift across this blue sky mind, we can observe them and notice them, but stay focused on the breath. We remain detached from any stories, allow them to just pass through, no problem. And just as a reminder, if you have a difficult time sensing the breath here, you can always make a little scratch above the lip to help you feel some sensation there. Or you can always drop your attention down to the rise and fall of your belly. Or if it feels better, you can always tune into your own heartbeat as a place of focus. So just shift your attention as you need to. And I'll start to allow my voice to fall back a little bit, and I'll come in every now and then as just a gentle reminder to keep the focus. Making this firm determination to be still, empty, and at ease. Peaceful, steady focus. And it's normal for the mind to continue to try to process information. So if you notice yourself thinking, it's no problem. Just simply return back to your breath. Each time an opportunity to strengthen the return to focus, growing the ability to stay focused a little longer, a little more spacious in between. You're doing great. Maintain a steady focus. Breathing in, breathing out. Try to see if you can notice each and every single breath without missing a single one. The mantra can help to maintain focus. I am breathing in. I am breathing out, keeping you in the present moment with each breath. Doing great. Continue to maintain a steady focus of the breath. Everything else falls away. Just a couple more minutes. And relaxed mind, soft focus. Take a moment to become aware of the stillness within you. And even if the mind continued to stay busy, we honor the practice exactly as it is, in whatever way it showed up today is just right. So just taking a moment to notice, taking some deeper breaths into your whole body. And we're going to do just a few rounds of toroidal field breathing and alternate nostril breathing before we end our practice, just to kind of fortify our energy field around us. We have the lunar eclipse on Thursday, so this would be a strong practice to continue with for the rest of the week. But you'll first breathe all the way out. And then as you breathe in, you're going to imagine breathing in through a column, through up your body, out of the crown, and then that energy goes around you on all sides, so front, back, and side. And then it comes back in through the base, goes up and out and around. And you're welcome to actually use your hands if that helps you. You can breathe up and around. You can just keep your hands relaxed if you want to. Or you can place one hand on the heart, one hand to the earth if you're sitting outside. And so just a few rounds here, just envisioning using your imagination to see yourself breathing in, up and around. In, up and around. We'll go for just about a minute here. Same toroidal field that moves through the earth, around your body, strengthening your magnetic field. Fortifying your auric field, your energy body, giving you some protection, some vitality. Take 2 more rounds of breath in your own field. And then I want you to imagine that our group of people meditating today, whether it's the 5 of you here in person in this moment, or some of you that might be doing this meditation later this afternoon or this week, and imagine sitting in a circle at the crown chakra of the planet, at the top of the planet. And as we breathe, we just send this energetic connection from heart to heart, creating this energy circle. And as each one of our hearts unites, we'll take just a few rounds of breath, that same toroidal field breath, but encompassing the entire earth. And so as we breathe and link our hearts, you're welcome to even place your hands on your heart and just send some peaceful, loving thoughts, metta prayer. May all beings be happy, safe, wild, and free. May we be happy, safe, wild, and free. May there be peace, harmony, balance to all life on planet Earth, to the elements, to the animals, to humanity. May all life on Earth be peaceful, healthy, happy, harmonized, and in that pure bliss of freedom, freedom in knowing and understanding our oneness and interconnectedness with all life. So we'll take just about 3 to 5 toroidal breaths here, just imagining that each one of us are connected with this massive column of energy coming out of the center of our circle and around the whole planet, all sides, coming in through the base of the planet, through the crystalline core, up and out and around. And just using your heart energy and your imagination to send all this love, light, and healing energy all over the planet to all beings. And take one final breath here. And then start to draw your own energy back into your body, joining two hands together at heart center. And bowing your mind to the wisdom of your heart. And give thanks for each breath given, for the opportunity to still the mind long enough to be fully and completely present in our lives and with the people we love. Present and witnessing the magic of the elements and the earth, this beautiful planet that we get to exist upon. And in deep reverence, as spiritual beings having a human experience, may we come to know ourselves as that higher aspect, that infinite aspect of ourselves, that is always that true Buddha nature, perfect as we are. Thank you so much for being here today. Thank you for sharing your energy, your love, and your light with me, with each other, and with our planets. Always an honor. Namaste. Thanks, you guys. And if anybody, I'll give just a moment. If anybody has anything to share, anything that came up in meditation or any questions, happy to hold space for that before we go. Everybody's good? All right. Thank you so much. I hope to see y'all on Thursday if you're coming to Kirtan and Cacao, community potluck. Also kid friendly if your kids are old enough to come and hang out. My daughter loves Kirtan. So I hope you'll join us on Thursday. Otherwise, always lots of activities. Hope to see you guys very soon. Love you. Bye-bye.
Thanks so much. Have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye.